This is the Savage-Lundy Loop in California. In June 2021, a family entered this hiking route. Under extreme heat conditions, this area has been the site of multiple fatal incidents. We reloaded this route in TrailSim. Users can upload their own GPX files. The system automatically parses terrain and water sources from the OpenStreetMap database. The setup is complete. Now we configure the weather conditions. Temperatures range from 78 degrees Fahrenheit to 109 degrees Fahrenheit. There is no rain, no cloud cover, and low wind speed. In this simulation, we replicate the key constraints from the real incident: no natural water intake and no turnback decisions. We use a default casual gear setup: a 15-liter backpack, a cowboy hat, cotton long-sleeve shirt, cotton jacket, jeans, and regular sneakers. Water is set to 1 liter per person, based on the real incident scaling. Food is energy bars. The phone is set to offline maps. Now we begin the simulation. On the left, you can see the 3D terrain and GPX route. We start at tick 1. The system tracks everything in real time: temperature, weather, GPS position, elevation change, energy consumption, and hydration level. Tick 1. We start with a descending section from the trailhead. In the first hour, we reach tick 1, total distance about 1.2 miles. Because of sustained downhill movement, the pace is relatively fast, but in real hiking, downhill is often a hidden risk phase. If you lose direction, recovering requires much more energy. A minor ankle twist occurs. The cause is poor traction from regular sneakers. Comfort decreases. Stress increases slightly, but risk is not yet perceived. The system even records a +3 fun value from photo taking. Tick 2. We continue descending about 563 feet. Total distance remains around 1.2 miles. Hydration is still sufficient, but fatigue begins to build. Without trekking poles, knee stress starts accumulating. Tick 3. Mixed terrain appears. We gain 175 feet, we descend 500 feet. Net movement is still downhill. Temperature is now around 87 degrees Fahrenheit. Cotton clothing begins to trap heat, but conditions are still manageable. The user continues taking photos. Tick 4. We enter a flatter section. We cover about 1.3 miles this hour. Total distance reaches 4.6 miles. Temperature rises to 98 degrees Fahrenheit, feels like 105 degrees. The system begins flagging rising heat stress. Tick 5. We leave the river valley and begin a sustained climb. In the real incident, this is a critical decision point: no natural water intake, no turnback. The system replicates these constraints strictly. Even though water sources exist nearby, none are used. This reflects real-world hesitation due to filtration risk and contamination concerns. Temperature rises to 106 degrees Fahrenheit. Cell signal begins to drop. Speed decreases to 0.4 miles per hour during ascent. Water is fully consumed. With no shade, perceived heat reaches 117 degrees Fahrenheit. Tick 6. The user stops briefly to rest and eat. Recovery is limited. Thermal load continues to rise. Ticks 7 to 9, sustained heat stress phase. Core temperature enters heat exhaustion range. Symptoms include headache, weakness, and impaired decision-making. Only 203 feet of ascent is completed. Risk accumulation becomes critical. The question of why there was no turnback is important. But under heat stress, cognitive function degrades significantly. In this system, constraints are applied: no water intake, sustained heat load, and root cost modeling. Under these conditions, the return path is no longer prioritized. Tick 10. Terminal state reached. Severe heat exhaustion leads to loss of mobility. The system logs a final position close to the real incident location. Emergency signaling is not triggered. Due to heat stress, dehydration, and signal loss, cognitive function falls below the threshold. In real-world conditions without satellite communication, rescue is extremely difficult. We are building TrailSim, a system that allows users to upload GPX files and simulate gear choices and route risk, to evaluate real-world hiking risk and comfort dynamics. The system is still in early stage, models and data are not fully mature, and results may be inaccurate in some scenarios. If you are a frequent hiker or backpacker or someone sensitive to gear and route planning, you are welcome to test the system and provide feedback. Every bug, every wrong prediction, and every unrealistic result will help improve the system.